Hey, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of the Round Table Talk. I'm your host, C Money, and once again, Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a safe and blessed New Year's. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's out there, protecting themselves and being just being safe. Today's topic, I want to talk about I did a topic about this a while back, but I'm refreshing my topic on this, and not only because of COVID, but this is something I want to refresh on. I want to talk about falling businesses. We talked about a show earlier in earlier episodes about businesses who failed because of COVID. Um, and businesses who couldn't afloat during COVID. I want to talk about businesses who couldn't afloat before, during, and still now happening now with COVID. There are a lot of businesses that started being shaky before COVID, and because of the changing times and because of growing other businesses growing and stuff like that. And also, there was businesses that during COVID they couldn't stay afloat, so they had to, cut corners and they had to let go. And talk about some of those businesses. Like some businesses, like for instance, Payless shoe store. One of the greatest shoe stores known to mankind was Payless shoe store. And when I say one of the greatest, I'm not meaning that it's better than Foot Locker, or it was better than Foot Action and all these other stores. Payless shoe store was one of the low budget, inexpensive discount shoe chain that was out there. Even though their shoes was not name brand until recently, modern day, till a few years ago, because they used to call Payless shoe stores Bobos. Back in the day, Payless shoes used to, they be like, oh, Bobos. And back then, kids wasn't like myself, kids was ashamed and afraid and didn't like getting their shoes from Payless because the kids, you go to school and the kids say, oh, those bubbles. And recently, within the last couple of years of Payless being in business, they started selling name brands. Champion shoes they were selling Champion shoes, which is a good name brand shoes. Shaq, which is Shaquille O'Neal, had some shoes, and he wanted his shoes to be branded so that everyday regular people, not rich people, but poor people can also enjoy name brand shoes. So he had shoes that he was selling at Payless and stuff like that. Not only just Payless, Toys R Us was another business that went downhill, and they went downhill, and you would never thought Toys R Us, that's a toy store, and so like a lot of these businesses went downhill because of the fact that the changing and declining. And here's the story why a lot of these businesses, there's in my factor, there's three reasons why a lot of these stores went down. The first reason is you have a lot of super businesses coming together and building one unique store. And y'all know what business I'm talking about, aka Walmart. Now Walmart, just like with Winn-Dixie is not closed, but they're slowly declining most of their stores. Down here in South Florida, most of the Winn-Dixies have revamped themselves into Fresco. And what is Fresco? Fresco is a Hispanic version of Winn-Dixie. It is still owned by the same company, which is S&E Groceries. S&E Groceries is the company that owns Winn-Dixie, Fresco, which is, I told you, the Hispanic version of Winn-Dixie. And they also own Bilo and Harvey's. And Bilo and Harvey's is not really in South Florida. Harvey's, I've seen Harvey's. They're in Georgia. I believe Bilo is in Georgia too. They're like a southern part of the United States, like the southern part of the United States, but like the northern part, because I'm in South Florida. And Winn-Dixie slowly declined, and the reasons why all of these are declining is because number one, you have places like Walmart that are starting to sell not just groceries, shoes, clothing. They have everything. Cause remember, back in the day when Walmart was Walmart, it was just regular Walmart. All you get was clothes, shoes, electronics. It was like another Kmart. And now Walmart, you barely saw. And back in the day, you had the super Walmarts, which was the Walmarts that had the groceries, and they was only in selected areas. Now all the Walmarts that are being built now have are super Walmarts. They have groceries, electronics. They have some of them have gas stations. They have auto centers, garden shops. They have everything. So instead of just going to payless to buy your shoes, because I used to buy my work shoes from payless. Now I buy my work shoes from Walmart because that's the only place I can go and buy, you know, work shoes, which is, slip resistant, steel toe, whatever the case may be. That's the only place you can go now. And so now a lot of people just say, instead of just going to one place, I can go here and get everything I need. And that's the same thing with Winn-Dixie. And that's why Winn-Dixie was declining, because Walmart prices and groceries is a little bit cheaper than Winn-Dixie prices. Because you have to realize the chain goes down. The most expensive supermarket, Publix, as everybody know, you go in Publix, $50 is not going to get you a whole lot. Then Winn-Dixie, then Walmart, because a lot of these, you can get a TV dinner in Publix for like $1.50, and Winn-Dixie is like maybe $1.25, and Walmart is like 88 cents or $1. So a lot of these people, they're going to these, they're going to Walmart because now I can get everything in Walmart. Walmart has a pharmacy now, so now you can go fill your prescription up while you go in the shop, and you can go to, buy your children some clothes, buy you some shoes, go get your groceries, So Walmart has everything. So that's one reason why a lot of these stores have declined. Number two, online sales. Now a lot of these businesses have resulted into buying online. And a lot of these businesses have not caught up with, you could buy shoes online and get them delivered to your house. It's people, I never really got into online buying until the pandemic. Just like I'm still not into it because number one, I don't want to buy my shoes online. And the reason why is because with me, certain shoes I wear a certain size, and there are certain shoes that I wear different sizes. Like, say for instance, you are a size 9, or okay, say for instance you're a size 10, and in sneakers you may be a size 10, but in dress shoes you may be a size 9, but in work shoes you may be a size 11. And it depends on the shoes, because you may be a full 10 in shoe size, but then, because that's how it is with me. When I wear like certain shoes, like church shoes or like dress shoes or something, my size is is like maybe a bit smaller than my original size, than my sneaker size. And the same thing with my work shoes. My work shoes tend to be a size and a half, a size or a size and a half smaller, or a half a size smaller than my regular sneaker shoes. So I want to try out my shoes, and then there's some companies, oh, if you don't like it, you can send it back. No, because it's not like you're getting your shoes within the next hour. You're getting your shoes the next day or the next 2-3 days, and then if you don't like it, you gotta send it back to where then they gotta bring you another pair. So that's another week you gotta wait. So I don't like that. And the same thing with clothes, because they have these where you can buy buy clothes online, to get it delivered. If you don't like it, send it back. That's another reason why a lot of these stores are declining, because online shopping is now booming, and a lot of these stores are not really into online shopping. I done been to certain stores that I like to go to, and they have websites, but they don't have it where you can buy shoes. They just have websites where you can see if they have a sale going on or what's going on, or if you can look up their locations in your area and stuff like that. But they don't have it where, oh, you can buy this, and you can either pick it up in the store or you can have it delivered to your house. A lot of these businesses are not that. They like on store shopping. So that's one thing of it. And because a lot of people don't, like home, click, 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 click. They go buy their stuff, and then it's like, okay. And then another reason is the economy. You know, a lot of people are changing the way they shop. Like, look at Radio Shack. Radio Shack was one of the premier places to go buy electronics and everything. It was mainly like a small version of Best Buy. The only thing is, they didn't sell everything Best Buy sold. Best Buy, when back in the day when you used to go to Best Buy, you could buy CDs, DVDs, computers, electronics, home equipment, home system, sound system. Yeah, I done bought a computer from Radio Shack. I done bought a TV from Radio Shack. And I, you can buy batteries and computer devices, and I done bought cell phones because I done. Well, I can't say I bought a cell phone, but I've paid my cell phone bill in Radio Shack, because they used to have it where you could pay your cell phone bill. I was looking at a video on YouTube, and you can probably look it up, about what happened to Radio Shack. And, Radio Shack was declining because the economy was changing, Things was changing, other businesses was growing, and Radio Shack wasn't growing with it. And also, it was because Radio Shack wasn't doing online ordering, meaning that you couldn't go online to order this part and have it delivered to your house, or order this. And a lot of these people are doing online ordering. The device that I'm using now to do my show, I have several devices, and this device I ordered online and had it delivered because it was a sale. And I was skeptical because when I first had it delivered, it was stolen, meaning that it was a delivery company. It wasn't the main delivery. It wasn't FedEx or UPS or one of the main top three, because the top three is FedEx, UPS. No, the top four is FedEx, UPS, DHL, and United States Postal Service. And it was like a unknown delivery service I didn't know. And then whoever delivered my thing didn't deliver it, but it said it was delivered, so the person stole it. And this is one of the reasons why I don't trust online delivery service, because if you're not a main delivery service, even if you are a main delivery service, if the person know that what's in that package, they can steal it. If you're not home, I've seen where people steal the other people's packages and stuff, and I'm like, I don't like that. So that's another reason why the economy is changing. And even during COVID, it's even worse, because remember, I did a TV show about how a lot of these stores and restaurants and businesses have closed down because COVID, and they couldn't keep afloat. But these businesses like Payless and Toys R Us and stuff, just even with Toys R Us, like, that was the premier spot for toys. And what happened? Walmart is selling toys, so now people are going in to buy the same toys you can get at Toys R Us, you can get it at Walmart, and it saves you time and money. And that's Walmart's what you call it? That's their statement, that's their logo, save time and money. You saving time by going into Walmart and getting everything you need, because Walmart now has everything you need. And then you're saving money because Walmart is cheaper than most of the supermarkets and most of the stores out there now. And I look at it as, excuse me, y'all, it's cold in Miami right now as I'm doing this. So you can see that, my sinuses is messed up with the cold. But yeah, and that's why a lot of these places have, are declining, because you have businesses like Walmart, even Target. Target is not as nearly good as good like Walmart, but Target does sell groceries, but Target doesn't have like a deli department or a bakery department. They sell meat and stuff like that, but they sell select meats. Like, you can get a package of ground beef from Target, but you're not gonna get like fish and filet mignon. And if you do, you get like the frozen foods and stuff like that. So Target is kind of similar to Walmart, because they're starting to sell groceries, but they're selling just regular groceries you find in the frozen food section, or if you find packaged meat and stuff like that. You don't have a deli department. You don't have a bakery department. But the only thing about Walmart is they don't have like a seafood and meat department, like how you go into Winn-Dixie and you go into Publix. There's a seafood department, or there's a where you can get your steamed crabs and steamed shrimp and steamed lobsters and all that stuff. How like people, they go in there and get their crabs steamed, and and stuff like that, and then you can get your fish cleaned. And they don't have that there, so you have to look at it as if, but there's still a company where you can go buy your toys from, you can go buy your electronics from, you can go clothes shopping, you can go do all that you need and stuff like that in one spot, and you don't have to go, oh, I'm gonna go over here to get my shoes, I'm gonna go over here to get my clothes, I'm gonna go over here to go. No, you have it on one. So that's another reason why a lot of these businesses are declining, because of that. And I look at it as if, you know, people don't support these businesses. Now there is two companies that are revamped themselves and they're back up and running, but they're slowly, because remember I told you, like, during the pandemic a lot of these businesses closed. Like I said, if you look at my videos, hotspots in South Florida, you know, I did a video at Boomers, which is owned by Apex Group. Apex Group owns a lot of entertainment centers and family fun centers. During the pandemic, I did my research. A lot of their locations, thank God it's not the one I've been to, Boomers in Boca Raton, a lot of their locations have closed. And I can't say if it's due to the pandemic, I can't say if it's due to the coronavirus or anything, but they closed in mid 2020. And I think another reason why a lot of these businesses closed, because they couldn't keep afloat with keeping up with bills and stuff like that. And there's businesses down here that have closed as well due to the pandemic and couldn't reopen up. I've seen a lot of restaurants, mom and pop, and actually chain restaurants, because I seen a Burger King that closed during the pandemic and they didn't open back up, and I'm like, wow, Burger King. I've seen the Walgreens that closed. I don't know if it's due to the pandemic, but they closed and everything. And then also the decline in, like I did in the previous show, the declining of Walmart's 24-hour service, because not a lot of, like 90 to 95% of the Walmarts now are not 24 hours anymore. And Walmart closed, what, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I believe. And they used to be 24 hours, and now they're not 24 hours anymore. But the two that closed and are revamping themselves are Payless and Radio Shack. I recently went into a mall here in Miami. Two malls we have here in Miami. And I went to a mall. This mall is called Westland Mall. It's in the Spanish town of Miami called Hialeah, which is a Spanish city in the county. And it's Hialeah. It's predominantly Spanish area. And I went to a mall, Westland Mall, and as I was walking through the mall, and I'm gonna probably do a hotspots in South Florida at the mall. I'll do it eventually, but right now, due to the Omicron variant cases going up, hotspots in South Florida has been temporarily suspended because of the cases of COVID, and that's what I stated in the last episode. I went there and I was looking and I was like, there's a Radio Shack, and I was like, oh my God, Radio Shack is back in business. So when I googled Radio Shack, there's two locations to here in Miami. There's one at Westland Mall, and there's one at a mall called Mall of the Americas, which is in the West Miami-Dade area. It's called West Miami-Dade. It's an area. It's and it's a mall called Mall of the Americas. I know there's there's another Mall of the Americas in another city, I believe, because when I Google Mall of the Americas, they do have another Mall of Americas. But yeah, and Radio Shack is back in business. So I purchased the game console from Radio Shack, and I've been inside and I said, okay, I can buy batteries, I can go back. It's revamped as Radio Shack. Now, when I went inside Radio Shack, it's not as busy as you think. Everybody going in there, you got customers in there, in and out. No, because it's, Radio Shack. So I think what they were doing now is, because remember when Radio Shack was closing down, majority of the Radio Shacks was converted into Sprint, because remember Sprint had partnership with Radio Shack. So a lot of the Radio Shacks had been converted into Sprint stores. And now that Sprint is merged with T-Mobile and there's no more Sprint, now you kind of wonder what happened to the Radio Shack stores that been converted into Sprint, because a few of the Radio Shack stores I did see got converted into Sprint stores, and then because Sprint was a part of Radio Shack, now that Sprint is with T-Mobile, now you wondering what happened to store, because I haven't been really out in the areas that I've seen the Sprints, that I've seen the Radio Shack stores that have been converted into Sprints. I haven't been out in the areas to see how what has happened to them. But if you know what happened to most of the stores, if you see a Radio Shack in your area, let me know. Let me know if you've seen a Radio Shack that's still open, that have never closed, or if you've seen a Radio Shack that's reopened back up. Email me roundtable00@yahoo.com, and also comment at the bottom of this page, and I'll repeat that at the end of the show. And yeah, because Radio Shack revamped and came back, and I was like, wow, they're back. And, they're in the place. The other Radio Shack I've been to at Mall of the Americas, it sits near the food court area of Mall of the Americas, which is probably an okay thing for them, because it's like you're near where everybody will normally go at. Because with me, I don't go, like when I go in Westland Mall, I don't always go the whole way through. Because 9 times out of 10, when I'm in Westland Mall, I'm near the food court. Because most malls now are expensive. You go in these malls and they don't have like inexpensive stores where you can buy stuff for like $10-$20. You going in a store, you got paying $50 for clothes or jewelry or shoes and stuff. And they don't have inexpensive places with certain malls. So when I saw Radio Shack, I'm like, okay, Radio Shack at Westland Mall was near the food court. It's not in the food court, but it's near the food court. But the one at Mall of the Americas is in the food court area. So it's like, okay, yeah. But and Payless opened up a store down here in North Miami. In the North Miami, and not North Miami Beach, because there's 2 cities. There's a city called North Miami Beach, and then there's a city called North Miami. And they opened up a store in North Miami. And it was like, wow, they actually opened up a store. It was, and I haven't visited yet, because I have not been in that area. But I told myself one day I was going to visit. Now, does the store still exist? I don't know, because it was right before the pandemic when Payless opened up this store. And they was promoting it on social media. Hey, Miami, we're back. We're here in Miami. And everybody kept trying to figure out, because they was on social media promoting that they opened up a new store. And Payless was promoting it for a minute, and everybody kept saying, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And Payless was not revealing the store. So it was hard to figure out where the store was. And then I was thinking, well, maybe it's somewhere in a mall. Maybe it's somewhere where everybody can get to, because there's 3 premier malls in Miami. There's Aventura, there's Dolphin Mall, and there's Dadeland. And that's the 3 hotspot malls in Miami that everybody go to and all that. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's in one of the malls. Maybe it's in a shopping plaza that everybody go to that's popular. And then when I found out where it was, eventually I found out, and I'm like, okay, it's in North Miami. It's at a place that used to be another shoe store for another company that. So I said, okay, it is what it is. But then it came down to the point that, I don't know how they're doing, because Payless shoe stores never closed completely. They just went to online selling, because I still get emails from Payless where, hey, you can get this sale on these shoes and all that. So Payless market themselves to online selling. So it went to where they closed their stores but still stayed open to online selling. And recently, I just found out that Toys R Us never really closed. Because now Toys R Us are selling their toys inside Macy's. And I think that's another thing that converted, because remember, Macy's was slowly declining too, because Macy's was closing too, because a lot of Macy's, including a few down here, had closed. And I was like, wow, Macy's closing? Macy's is like the premier, because Macy's was the one that took over Bird Eyes and, stuff like that. Because Bird Eyes was a Florida store. And if you don't know what Bird Eyes is, look up Bird Eyes. It was like a Florida-based store. And Macy's, took that over and stuff like that. And I've seen commercials and I've seen things where, hey, Toys R Us is selling the toys inside Macy's. And I guess that's where Toys R Us, because, before Toys R Us closed, there was the actual Toys R Us stores, and they started doing Toys R Us Express. And Toys R Us Express was a smaller version of Toys R Us stores that was mainly focused in malls and shopping centers. Because Toys R Us, a regular Toys R Us store was like a standalone Toys R Us where they'll have their own location, like here on this street, and it's nothing else there but Toys R Us. But you had the Toys R Us Express where they was either in shopping centers or they was inside malls to where you can go in and you can buy toys. It was just a smaller version of Toys R Us, and that was even with Baby R Us, which was a Toys R Us company that sold baby clothing and stuff like that, and they started seeing declining in sales, and they started closing down before Toys R Us started closing down, because Baby R Us was like a baby store where you could buy baby's clothing, baby accessories, baby cribs and stuff like that, and they started closing down years before Toys R Us did, and then Toys R Us started closing down, and I put two and two together. Kids buy their toys out of Walmart. Parents don't go to Toys R Us because parents go with Walmart. Hey kids, you can go in there to the toy section while I'm over here in the clothing section looking at some clothes. Yay! Oh kids, I'm gonna go shopping for the groceries while you going over here in the electronics department and play the video games and look at the video games and go in the toy section and look at the toys. Toys R Us is nothing but toys. You know, I love the Toys R Us because I like certain aspects of it, because they sell video games as well too and stuff. But there are parents that don't really like to go in Toys R Us because it's nothing but toys. What can a parent do in Toys R Us? But you could do a lot in Walmart. You could do a lot in Target. So it's easier for them to just say, okay, hey, I'm gonna go over here and do this while you in the toy section. So that's why a lot of the businesses have deteriorated and closed, because of the fact that you have these other name brand businesses. Just like now Walmart has the neighborhood market. The neighborhood market is called Walmart Neighborhood Market, which is their standalone supermarkets. Meaning, because in the regular Walmarts you have everything: clothes, toys, shoes, electronics, groceries. In the Walmart Neighborhood Market, it's just a grocery store. Everything you'll find in the regular grocery store, you'll find in the Walmart Neighborhood Market. And I shop there, and it's not bad, and that's because now, a lot of, you gotta say, hey, okay, I need to support local businesses, because now Walmart is not only, what I'm saying, outbeating the competing supermarkets, the competing stores. They're also outbeating the mom and pop stores, meaning a lot of these places where you can go to for stuff, a lot of these mom and pop pharmacies, a lot of these places that you used to go to, you don't go anymore because now Walmart sells them, and they're beating out a lot of these stores. It was an episode of Family Guy that had an episode about it. It was an episode where they built their first superstore, which was like Walmart, in the city where Family Guy, co-hog, and it was like a lot of businesses had to close down because their version of the Walmart opened up, and they had everything and stuff like that, and then they had to they had to destroy that store because I forgot the name of the store. If you know the name of the store, let me know. And they had to destroy that store because of the fact that it was killing a lot of the mom and pop businesses. Remember Cleveland had a delicatessen that he had to close down because that store had a deli. A lot of the pharmacies and the other places had to close down because their businesses was being out. Their business was slowly going down because they built the superstore. And it's the same thing with Walmart. So a lot of these businesses are going down, not just because of, the pandemic. They're going down because you now have these big and upcoming, Walmart chains and Targets and all of these other big businesses that are offering everything in their stores, to where the point that nobody likes to go to these other stores. Nobody likes to go to these places and, just go to one place. They don't like to go to Toys R Us just for toys. They don't like to go to Payless just for shoes. Now they can go to Walmart and get everything. I want to know how you feel about this. I want to know how you feel about this. Email me roundtable00@yahoo.com. Please, you can comment at the bottom of this page. You can also, even, if you have any questions or comments about it, subscribe to our subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. Also, I would like to, Say if you have any topic that you want me to discuss, to research or anything, just let me know. Email me roundtable00@yahoo.com. This is a topic that I want to discuss on, and I actually got it out. Don't forget to check out our other episodes of. Don't forget to check out our segments of hotspots in South Florida, and please stay safe. We are still in a pandemic. We are still going down. The Omicron variant is rising and cases are going up. I will be doing a follow-up episode on that. So please, everybody, stay safe and please be careful. This is the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money. Stay safe, stay strong, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day.